Alright, so today's review is for Arcane Season 2. Just finished it after I did a rewatch of Season 1, so I've got all the context for it. Let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so for the plot, I've got a 9-2. This show's plot is just like, I said it in the Arcane Season 1 video, they do a really good job of making the small things mean a lot, but this season they did a really good job of, it's gonna sound weird, making the big things making the big things matter, I guess is the way I'd put it. Um, the fights and the arguments and everything that happens in the season. There's when there's so much going on, it's easy for it to not mean as much or for it to kind of just become same old same old. And this show does a good job of separating it and making each argument or fight feel different. And yeah, that's about as much as I can say. They did a really good job with a complex idea too. A couple of complex ideas actually, and yeah, they made it feel realistic. They made it feel meaningful, and that's really all I ask for these shows: real, meaningful, serious. That's all I want. Yeah. So dialogue. I mean, there's really it's not that there's like great individual lines. There are great individual lines, but it's the main thing this show really gets right is that each line of dialogue does not feel like a waste. It does not feel like it's just there to fill time. Each line of dialogue, it feels like it has some weight to it, some importance to it, and that's more than you can say for a lot of shows and a lot of movies. So yeah, a 9-1, not a whole lot of like iconic lines, but again, those are still here. It's just the moment to moment stuff is really good. Acting, voice acting, I gave it a 9. Um, I mean, there's not really much I can say from the first video that's changed for the second video. I give it a zero point 0.1 bump because there's just, I feel like as you get into the second season, the voice actors kind of understand their characters a little bit more, and it's more consistent of a performance, and it's like more informed, I guess is the way I would put it. But yeah, it's just great. They did a really good job of capturing the emotion and the uniqueness of each character. Then we move on to cinematography. Cinematography, gave it a 9.8. Look, the first season one review thing that I did for Arcane, got a 9.8 too. Like this is straight up one of the most visually stunning shows I've ever watched, shows or movies. It is on the ranking. It is second to only Dune Part Two, which again I'm not even. I could be convinced that they're actually on the same level. Or I think I could also even be convinced that Arcane is higher than Dune Part Two. But they're again very very close. 9.8. I said it in the first video. The fights are amazing. The montages are amazing. The wardrobe, like I mean, it's not like literal wardrobe, but like the animation that they did for the clothes, like everything just fits so perfectly. And the way that like I'll say Jace's hammer is a pretty good example of it. Just like Jace's hammer and Vi's like gauntlets or whatever you call those, like everything just feels so like I don't know the right way to put this. Like it's like right. It's like it feels like a real thing. Like the sound effects. I mean, this is not really a visual thing, but the sound effects you hear when Jace is using his hammer, it makes the design of it like it's just an amazing show. It's just an amazing all around show. Visually, as far as the sound goes, as far as the action, the story, that like just everything is great about it. Um, yeah. So I mean, yeah, visually, there's not much I can say outside of it. It is quite literally the one of the best pieces of media I've ever looked at. Yeah, so on to the soundtrack now. I guess after the extreme glazing I did there for the cinematography, soundtrack is a 9.8. It's just I've never seen a show that like uses music this like well this often. I guess there's shows that use music this well, but this often. I mean, they're taking 10 shots a season and they're hitting 9 of them. Like there's not a lot of shows out there that do that. Um, Mainly the montages. I mean, outside of that, I think they have original soundtrack songs and they have like the original soundtrack, like the heartbeat of the show. Both are very good. All right, so now on to world building for the bonus categories. 9.4. I mean, we've watched 18 episodes of the show at half an hour to 40 minutes long, and I feel like I know a lot about the universe, a lot about the world, and this is only one of the places. This isn't even like the whole world. It's just one country or one city. So yeah, 9-4, they did a really good job of introducing you to like probably, I mean, 10 to 15 different characters and the world, and they did it pretty like efficiently too. Yeah, so on to characters. 9-3. This show, I said it a little bit ago, this show's got like 10 to 15 important characters, and any show that does that, it's a show like Game of Thrones where when you feel like the show can afford to lose somebody, you start to believe that there's stakes to people potentially dying, and there are in this show. But it's important to have a deep roster, I think, because you need the audience to believe that you can afford to get rid of one of them. And this show does it well. Game of Thrones does it well. Jujutsu Kaisen does it really well. Yeah, just really like the characters on this show. And then the action, 9-8. This is a 0.2 step up from a 9-6 in season 1. 9-6 is the highest action on the list. 9-8 is an even higher step up than that. Why the hell am I getting text? Yeah, so anyway, yeah. 9-8 for the action. The action scenes in season 2 just hit even harder than the ones in season 1, and they hit the hardest I've ever seen. So yeah, great action. And then finally, detail. Detail gets a 0.1 boost from season 1 from a 9-1 to a 9-2. It mainly comes in the form of animation and in the form of storytelling. They did a really good job of expanding the world while also with the fight scenes. I mean, it just feels like more. I mean, it sounds stupid to say when I'm covering the category detail, but it does feel more detailed. It just feels like everything moves a little bit more. Everything is shown a little bit more than in season 1. But again, it's just a small 0.1 boost. Yeah. So for the final rating for the show, 9-3 for Arcane season 2. Flat out one of the best shows I've seen. Probably gonna rewatch it many times. Can't really say more about it. If you are into animated TV shows or animated anything, or actually if you're into anything, you should watch this show. It is one of the best pieces of media I have watched. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. Hopefully you agree, because I'm very very high on Arcane. Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and yeah, thank you guys for watching. Peace.